Alright everyone, so this is going to be uh, my review really of the Book of Boba Fett, simply because, I don't know, I thought I might as well share my views on it, since I thought it was a pretty okay show, and it seems pretty semi-controversial lately with it, because of the things that were in it, and people didn't like certain things, etc. And Boba Fett's just one of my favorite characters in Star Wars in general. I've loved him ever since I saw him in the original trilogy. Anyway, so I don't know. In all, I mean, it was pretty good. Um, there's definitely some things I loved, and then there's definitely some things I didn't really like as much. I felt like there was a lot of filler in a sense. Um, with the first few episodes, like with the flashbacks, I mean, I don't get me wrong, I really liked them, but like, I don't know, I feel like it was just super dragged down in the beginning when it didn't really need to be, and I don't know, that's not really a mega complaint that I have, but I mean, it's up there. It's just a little, I'm just being nitpicky, simple, just because I just love this so much, um, but I don't know. It was. I would say I would give it about like a 7 out of 10. So I'm gonna get into the things I liked about it, and then I'll get into the things I didn't like about it. So, um, first off, the visuals were amazing. I loved how we saw some things come to live action. Like, I don't think the Pike Syndicate has ever been into live action. I could be wrong. Might have been in like Solo or something like that. I don't know. Nor do I remember, because I haven't watched those movies in quite a bit actually. But yeah. So it was cool seeing the Pike Syndicate in live action, mainly in a show. Um, so those were cool to have as a main antagonist. Um, what else? Cad Bane. Cad Bane was pretty okay. I feel like it was short-lived, in a sense, and I'll get to that later. But like, yeah, that was pretty cool how they added Cad Bane to live action for the first time. Um, and yeah, let's see. The episodes were great. I was surprised about uh the final episode being an hour long. I really wasn't expecting that. Um, but I don't know. Let's see. Uh, I kind of like the Mandalorian being in there. He was pretty chill. Although he did kind of take away a little bit of Boba Fett there. It felt like they were literally just setting up. It felt like just Mandalorian 2.5 at a certain point, and just them completely forgetting about Boba. I know I saw after episode 6 came out, people on YouTube were saying how Boba Fett got a cameo and stuff. It was just super goofy, because Boba Fett in episode 5 and 6, Boba basically wasn't there, which was pretty crazy because, the show's about Boba Fett with only 7 episodes, so, you would want Boba Fett to be in everything. But, I mean, it's understandable. They want to get their sales ready and everyone hyped up for Mandalorian Season 3. I mean, it makes sense. Um, Other than that, I do have some complaints. Oh, I forgot to mention, I really did like how Boba was with the Tuskens. Granted, it did take up a lot of the show in the beginning, which kind of sucked because I wanted to see more of like what was going on now. I don't know, it wasn't what I was expecting. Um, but yeah, it was still pretty good. Even though that I wasn't really wanting it or expecting it. But now, I'll go into some things that I didn't necessarily like too much. Mainly being, I feel like they've been saying it in the TV show, And I feel like it's a little dumb, but I mean, Boba's a little too soft, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like how soft he was in this. Um, and I'm sure a lot of other people didn't really enjoy that either. I feel like we should have gotten a more of like an actual Boba Fett than rather than like, you know, some soft dude who didn't really fight much, and whenever he did, he got his ass kicked. Like it was weird. Um, what else? The flashbacks were, I don't know, they were cool, but like I said, I really wanted to see more of what was going on in the present. Which really was sucked, but I mean, hey, it was still pretty good. So I would count that as like a semi, you know, problem. Um, Another thing is that I feel like Cad Bane should have been in a lot more of it. I really wish we saw more of Cad Bane. Um, and it was kind of weird how we saw a lot of what, you know, Luke Skywalker was doing with Grogu and everything like that, how he was handling himself. That was a little weird to see in a show that's for Boba Fett. I'm not sure. I have super mixed thoughts on that, simply because, you know, like I said, it's the book of Boba Fett, right? Like I feel like it was just a lot of filler. Um, that I feel like I love that it was there, because don't get me wrong, I loved seeing Luke Skywalker. And they redid his deepfake really well, which made me pretty happy to see. Um, but I don't feel like it should have been in Boba Fett, you know. But I get it. It's whatever. Um, at least, you know, it wasn't like bad filler, like where it was just super lackluster. Like there was some episodes in Star Wars Rebels that were just super lackluster and just filler as well, super boring. But at least Boba had good filler. Um, Now I also want to talk about a potential season 2. I know it's super early. Boba Fett literally just ended like last Wednesday, but I mean, I'm I really don't know if they're going to do a season 2 for this, because I don't know what new villain he could have fought. I don't know if they're actually rewriting the sequels, if they're going to retcon the sequels. That would be really cool, because personally, like any other Star Wars fan that's been in Star Wars for a long time, well, then again, I'm not going to say all fans, because there are some people who do like sequels, and you know what, that's okay. I may not enjoy the sequels, but I'm happy that some people at least enjoy them. Um, but I do feel like, to make more of the fan base enjoyable, I would love to see someone like Darth Talon come into play. You know, George Lucas always was saying how in his sequels and certain books and stuff, how he would want Darth Talon as a main Sith villain, trained by Darth Maul. Obviously, Darth Maul is dead now, but you never know. I wonder if for season 2, I'm thinking they could do something with Crimson Dawn. You know, maybe Darth Maul's influence has something. I don't know. We'll have to see if there even is a season 2. But yeah, I mean, not much else to say. I'm really surprised Grogu took that chainmail. Like, a part of me really didn't want him to take. Well, I guess Beskar mail. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I'm just gonna call it chainmail. I was kind of disappointed that he took it, because I mean, it was Yoda's lightsaber. Come on. And they also, that reminds me, they did retcon that one comic that showed all the lightsabers burning in Coruscant after Order 66, which was pretty cool that they retconned that, because honestly, I mean, come on, Yoda's lightsaber is like so cool to see. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, it was okay, pretty decent show, better than the sequels. So I mean, there's a bonus. But I mean, nothing too special for 7 episodes with 30 minutes. Although they did announce Kenobi, which will be in May 25th, which will be really cool to see. I'm so ready for the Kenobi TV show because I grew up with the prequels personally. And I would love to see Ewan McGregor and even Hayden Christensen on that big screen again. And who knows, maybe, I'm sure we're gonna have some flashbacks of that. Um, and I'm sure Hayden and Ewan McGregor will have a wonderful performance in that new show. Really excited to see that. But yeah, that is pretty much my review of Boba Fett. This is kind of like completely unscripted, so it's kind of hard to speak. I'm kind of just going off the top of my head on things I remembered. Um, and yeah, I'm hoping we see some Crimson Dawn if we get a potential season 2. I do want to see what Luke Skywalker is going to do, and if they're going to retcon some things, and if they're going to literally rewrite the sequels um, with these shows. And yeah, I really am excited to see where it's going because, man, I'm so glad that we're actually getting like some really good Star Wars material right now. So yeah, I think that's about to wrap out my review and thoughts about the Kenobi show and the announcement of the Kenobi show and thoughts on Boba Fett. I hope you guys liked that. Like I said, probably around a 7 out of 10. Pretty good show. Only a minor complaints about, a little bit of filler here and there, and um, actually, unlike a lot of people, I think the biker gang was perfectly fine with their cybernetics and stuff. A lot of people are saying that it doesn't belong in Star Wars, but I mean, I look at General Grievous for example. Come on, it's fine. I'm sure, especially with the time. I mean, they're advancing still, even though they still are basically an advanced civilization than us. I mean, they're still advancing. They're getting new cybernetics. It's understandable. Um, but yeah, I really hope we see some more stuff with Boba. Boba's one of my favorite characters, and yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll see more. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe on the video. And yeah, this is Tox Wolf, guys. I'm signing out. Have a good day, y'all.